So what's the UK average memoha? Now when your car acquainted the annual form. And now say a docket of washer one show ye. Rights claim bet me a boama, what you see can pin the bray. Your UK a lawyer for it through, and I say a cuckoo down for I'll bet me a wow up to 1 month. Because it's we see Canada back. And one is a www.rightsclaims.co.uk. Now I feel a form. Bet me a free and one number ya a woofy gay. Say a cancel of flights, and now say when your flight delay for don't shremiensa. May track 3 hours and cobebia. Rights claims bet me a boama, a handsome Jessica. Rights claims, it's as simple as that.
Green Select Glucometer from Costless Ventures. Safidie kitwaya etimimpo e show botomi eboa ma uhunu sugar level abribia. Wana wo diabetes anayare hodwa emma sugar level. Esote wo brano no. Safidie pe bo nka ye baby bia wo bia no wada won so akohu doctor ntem. Na wo dry betimi ma blood sugar no aye pepepe. With Green Select blood glucose monitoring system, you get your test results in 5 seconds. And you 5 seconds per now results are ready. And it's suitable for persons of all age. Na ne bo so de at the form of Call Costless Ventures now on 0205-915-315. Green Select Glucometer, the best. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Okay, so the action on radio is what I give to you anytime you see me sitting like this here on Sammy Flex TV. And because I know sometimes you are so busy during the day, you don't even get time to listen to what we do on radio, I have introduced this particular segment called the highlights of Showbiz Agenda. Here what I do is whatever we did on Zylofon 102.1 FM on a special program called Showbiz Agenda, I give you all the highlights. I know you might not have time to listen to all the 3-hour program, so what I do is I come down, call my team, and we say that people would want to hear this, they want to see this, we piece them together for you to enjoy. It is called the highlights of Showbiz Agenda. So today's episode is going to give you one of such, taken from Zylofon FM's Showbiz Agenda. All that you have to do is to sit, relax, enjoy, and still get the moment just as it was live on radio. I did this with my team led by Digital Rasta Currency, Richie Flex, Ya Lapiji, Nana Reagan, and Team Dodo Solomon, aka Chamo, and MC Berima as well. Now you have to relax, and anytime you want to know what is happening on Zylofon FM, this is what you have to do. Subscribe to this channel, Sammy Flex TV, get all the updates, and even if you're not able to listen to what we do on radio, you get a chance to watch it here on Sammy Flex TV later. Enjoy the moment, and you can always share your comments with us here on the show. Enjoy, and let's do more. We out.
The next discussion I want us to have, to me, I see it trivial. But in my life, I have read a book called Making Sense Out of the Senselessness. So I want us to listen to it and see if we could make sense out of what some people might consider senselessness. A guy who has been following me from abroad sent me this. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take our time and listen to what he is saying. Maybe someone could make sense out of it. Maybe no one could. Then we trash it. The story ends there. DJ Sticker, play this for me.
Sammy Flex, maybe I will be a Michelle. I'm saying the boy be picture send na a message to your pet. If you live with man away, the way I will see boy you to now, on pese, almost so a bus system no and no two mono. If you live pa, the way I will see what one, I'm a nijo. Now, Mesro, say only management, Omukuta Sakala Rimwa. Mesro say, yes, Sarkodie, Memma boy way and go close to Sarkodie. Miss Raupi, Sammy Flex. For some message, we ma boy in the management. Mammy, now some Americano. So 1 year after 5 years, Ombek Kaise, Obi Sunday, some message with the Maumo. Sarkodie, baby, Wura, and Yagin Yawura Hobby. Sir, Ode up and coming artist Bia, Comma Sarkodie. Now, if you channel pet, ne star now, they banning in Ano. Sarkodie Beji, or Gia, 5 years. A better I jump on Sarkodie in 5 years. After 5 years, and Sana Acolano, lack na Sarkodie be je fi no ho no ne nsa sa kanade back enti 5 years bia no Sarkodie oji nkwala na omo ye rappers na omo basoro no Ghana music no oji ebi mu lack efi omo nsam oji lack ni wia na wajai akwala no ensensemu enti misrew fa sa message we ma omo say me say se Sarkodie ma omo sika sen ma ma akwala we ni Sarkodie nyanyom akwala no star na odi ba no onfa no amra ono so fa ne style emra ma ompene emo ne Sarkodie enyanyom Sammy Flex misrew fa sa message we ma ne management ma me misrew ani die mu minim die meka ewi ase na hokwa why misrew pie na hokwa na awal na asam ye me ya but awal me kan enso so sa tam no mu fi se ahokire ofie nti e wo se kwose Sarkodie na ase misrew emma akwala we emben Sarkodie ebo show a obetimi akobi a perform all right but mamma one Sarkodie enyanyom mamma Sarkodie ensane no we record label bia so misremo nyesa boy we abeje mu nsem wo de opa menu miiro ye nko bet na Sarkodie emfa boy we enyane nyom na hwa de se boy no career and end there.
Okay, so once again, let me give you the background to this particular voice note that you are listening to here on Showbiz Agenda. I have so many people who follow me abroad, especially online, and I have that personal interconnectivity with them. We have conversations about the industry, sometimes personal and all that. This gentleman here is one of them. And akwarana okano, akwara ya talk. First, he sent his photo to me. Maybe that's why he did not mention the name throughout the voice note messaging. He kept mentioning Aquarano. Now, what he's saying, I know it is clear to those who don't understand the Tree language. He was saying that management of Aquara Yao Talk, as in rapper Yao Talk, shouldn't allow any sort of collaboration or feature with rapper aka King Sarkodie. And he thinks that if they allow that, Sarkodie is going to take his shine. It is going to take him more than 5 years before he can break through. And he thinks there are so many examples in the game where young rappers were coming up, Sarkodie featured them, and they did not see the light of day. That is the short and simple message the guy was sending to me. Once again, I said there is something called making sense out of the senselessness. Is this a case like that, or this is pure trash? My panel members are going to speak on this. Their opinions will rather be used here for the discussion. Same way, I would also want to read from you. What do you think about what the guy is saying? Maybe DJ sticker for purposes of repetitive courses. Let's do this again so that those who missed some key words and key points in there, they will get it, and we will do this discussion. So Aquarano no I'll talk. Aquarano I'll talk. Listen.
Sammy Flex, ebia obia me chiao. I'm say me the boy be picture send na message tia wape. Me feel we adwuma na we the way I was bua youth na ompese omo so eba system no wo enum tuo mu no. Me feel pa the way I was adwuma no am ani je ho. Na mesrew say woni management a omo kuta sa akwala we mu a. Mesrew say Sarkodie memma boy we and go close to Sarkodie. Mesrew pi Sammy Flex. For some message we ma boy in management mame na sama meka no so mo antia after 5 years o meka say obi send some message we the ma omo Sarkodie bebi a wawura no ye nyina yawura hobi say ode up and coming artist bia koma Sarkodie na o future ne pe ne star na ode ba nyina no Sarkodie beje oji a 5 years e besa a jump on Sarkodie no 5 years after 5 years ansana akola no lack na Sarkodie beje afi no ho no ne nsansa kanade back enti 5 years bia no Sarkodie oji nkwala na omo ye rappers na omo basoro no Ghana music no oji ebi mu lack efi omo nsam oji lack ni wia na wajai akwala no ensensemu enti misrew fa sa message we ma omo say me say se Sarkodie ma omo sika sen ma akwala we ni Sarkodie nyanyom akwala no star na odi ba no onfa no amra ono so fa ne style emra ma ompene emo ne Sarkodie enyanyom Sammy Flex misrew fa sa message we ma ne management ma me misrew ani die mu minim die meka ewi ase na hokwa why misrew pie na hokwa na awal na asam ye me ya but awal me kan enso so sa tam no mu fi se ahokire ofie nti e wo se kwose Sarkodie na ase misrew emma akwala we emben Sarkodie ebo show a obetimi akobi a perform all right but mamma one Sarkodie enyanyom mamma Sarkodie ensane no no we record label bia so mesrɛ mo yes sir boy we abeje mu nsɛm wo de opa menu miuru ye nko bet na Sarkodie emfa boy we enye ne nyom na hwa ade sɛ boy no career an end dia
Tilly, we'll start this. I know Tilly's position when it comes to Sarkodie's matter. So let's see what Tilly will say first, even before we go into it. Meanwhile, there is a professor called Professor Wejewo. She says she's feeling you, so she wants to have lunch with you. So if you have time, I'll give you her contact. Then you guys proceed to go have their lunch.
Okay. I know river gods. Yeah, river gods.
So on feel you, not there by force.
On the soon feel
lawyer by so amount for feeling, who's amount for feeling.
Yeah, Tihano, yeah, intimate lunch.
Intimate lunch, man, one saying.
What fonty I know when you're doing.
Okay, Tilly, let's go. I want us to do this.
Okay, so first of all, I'm not going to discredit or discount the issue of spirituality when it comes to music.
Okay.
I mean, there's been so many incidents. Once the artists be wafa baby, nyoma, enkoye, all those things. It is there. It is not something I can sit here and blatantly say it's not there. It is there. People add spirituality to music, and there has been concomitant effects and all of that. And all of that. But let's look at what he's saying and the person he's talking about. He's saying that Sarkodie steals the shines of people he features, and then for 5 years before, young rappers before they are able to pick up. I think there's a lot of factors that can attribute to if really the shine,
that is happening.
Yeah, that is happening. A lot of factors that I think will be so bad if we just sit here and ignore and just blame it all on spirituality or as a OG. First of all, Sarkodie on Bibiba featured a lot of artists, including Tulenke and Kofi Mole, and they are all big artists now. Tulenke is a big artist, has his hit songs every year. Be out to me drop a hit. Kofi Mole too is doing exceptionally well in the space. So what happened? Kofi Mole. Kofi Mole. He is also doing well. So what happened? Is it that Sarkodie overcome? I think when somebody, Ghanaians, we are fond of retiring people so early that when after the retiring time we give them, they exceed that. We're trying to find reasons why they are not retiring. But one thing I keep saying to myself is that you can't attract a blessing that you don't praise or you don't speak good of. Do you get it? Sarkodie has been an artist who, for some strange reason, has been able to sustain the brand for a longer period of time. I mean, the timeline that we project on our artists now, with Timia Pahon, he's been relevant.
He has broken that jinx.
Yes, he's been relevant for a very long time. In some societies, they will put Sarkodie down as a case study.
Yeah.
Study him in schools, how he made it. But here in Ghana, Africans, we are trying to give reasons why Sarkodie is a bonsam. Do you get it? Sarkodie, if not anything, I mean, Sarkodie in 2020 and 2021, Sarkodie reintroduced himself as a new artist, but people did not monitor. Them in Instagram pictures now, or posting now, or trap pictures. He was selling his image again as a new artist, but people were not paying attention. Yes. He was reintroducing himself, coming as a new artist, which is what a lot of artists, when they reach a certain point of their career, they ignore. They should try and reintroduce themselves. They feel comfortable that, people know me. But there are always new listeners coming in the space who may not know you. There might also be old listeners who are probably a few. Because there are always new songs and new artists coming all the time. So then, how are you trying to remind the people of the person you used to be? Or how are you introducing yourself to the person who has not heard of you yet? And our artists don't do that. Over some time now to Sarkodie, unless album will drop an album, and you know what's in the video anymore. But Sarkodie will not drop a song without a video. Why does he do that? As an artist of his caliber, he doesn't necessarily need a video anyway. Who doesn't know Sarkodie?
He would wait till he gets the video and the audio ready.
Yes, I'm actually only giving points why Sarkodie is still relevant, and because of Joe Bieni Munyama or something. Sarkodie as an artist, when he is being featured on somebody's songs, goes with his A game. People keep saying that Sarkodie or feature obia and now obi feature na or ko gidi or ko chair masters or no nyanya there also. Whenever you feature an artist or an artist is being featured, it is an audition ground for the person. Because then the person is now winning the new fan base, or he's auditioning himself to win some new fan base. And to Sarkodie over the period has made sure say once you feature him, he's not coming to play. Because he doesn't know who your listeners are. And coming on there as Sarkodie, he's coming to win new fan bases. And to or coming with his A game. Kofi Mole featured Sarkodie Makuma. People were expecting Sarkodie to go and I did over the Beka. Sarkodie sang or him as a Mr. Oswama and saying also be Manamenyatinka, and that was a different vibe that people that I was in a space with that have been bashing Sarkodie for being one way were lovers automatically on the door Sarkodie, because they know that Sarkodie now he still knows when he has to go down low as a lover. Artists, let me give a very typical example. I mean, Roman Kim Paluta. Kim Paluta is singing a love song as all. You get it? There are a lot of things. There are a lot of things that people. A lot of things that Sarkodie over the years have proven. A lot of things he is doing, he is teaching. That for some reason people are not trying to learn it, but they are trying to find ways to justify his success. Do you get it? Sarkodie to love song, he knows how to go down. A strong man. Do you know why the song was a hit? Because it was a different feel of strong man rapper. It wasn't giddy giddy. Not all rap you, but all two.
James said a branch and it's your person say strong man a free success music no starting a year nipa.
Strong man had his songs too when he was on Success Musical.
Yeah.
Strong man his songs.
No, I'm sure he's putting together all those examples. That's why he mentioned a while and all those people.
And I make her say it is not entirely true, because there are people that have worked with Sarkodie over within that 5 year space now. They are still relevant and big artists and have his songs too now.
Okay.
So it is not entirely true. And I must say that you know what? Sometimes and you might be artist and yes Sarkodie. And you might be a keka when a new artist comes up in your artist no and yes Sarkodie. Someone like Yao Talk say Yao Talk 1 million stream was a 2 million stream with sorry remix, and then people started Sarkodie Yao Talk bigger than Sarkodie. First of all, me, I was sitting down and I was thinking about it in two ways. If this is not a ploy by people who don't like Yao Talk to bring his career down, then I don't know what is happening. Because first of all, if you are a staunch fan of Sarkodie, this thing not all Doma Yao Talk crowd don't be call at once. Because what do you mean say 1 million penalty or a bigger sense Sarkodie? What take crowd who is Sarkodie fan ye now only pana now ko odo Yao Talk win a Sarkodie fan na what automatically what turning against them. We don't respect people who have excelled in our space.
Okay. Which
is why a lot of people know or mobile artists na as or ma bregu na if we recognize the fact that Sarkodie has put in the works, he is doing some certain things, he has put certain measures in place. Sarkodie last year he did a whole writing campus, singing or something like that.
Where he called some college artists.
Called his musician, they sit down, they do it, bring people in. How many artists do you see doing that? Sarkodie has found a way. What he say, his existence, the career, and the legacy depends on the music. So he's finding measures. He's learning how to improve himself, how to make Titi enter a space and mention her name, Ombre. Do you get it?
What the Sarkodie lectures?
No, like this conversation, I am here because I remember some time ago that I can't shut down by media space name. Somebody says, "Oh, Sarkodie wa for me being to your big sir." And I make us say, "My question is, if you think somebody that is not God can make somebody as big as Sarkodie, don't you think God can make him big?"
Thank you. Now, Tilly, to wrap up, the guy's message: substance or trash, or should I have a middle word?
Have a middle word.
I should have a middle word.
Yes.
To be considered later.
To be considered later because there is a possibility.
Okay, wait. Tilly, the guy's message: substance or trash, or to be considered later?
To be considered later.
Okay, thank you. Kofi, yantu asosa to asosa ne otitili nche ne to asosa.
Yes, obi friend nyame no obi nyina hobi.
Dabi.
Na yese ne ojaye jewa no. Ni ojaye jewa no. Ono ano sanche no. Brasa me aya na mete obi se obi afa baabi. Obi afrem, obi oso frem fa baabi ni bie. Sometimes ya na menti ase. Obi zi me kwa sorry. Me de me som nyame. Nti wo som nyame abompa ya na enfa ye ma. Obi so frem fra nyame fofre. Ana because sometimes I na menti ase. Ana basa me until very recently na me nyama bebreni. Now I was a believer of the I was part of the people who believe that me de madre mu fine me nyo obi aboni
obi ansa nya oboni yeah
me de me nyo obi adwo boni to medura enyame me de me temu fa me bompa me basa me that is one of the most deceptive things that you can ever tell yourself. Basa me abofra ya wono foforo onimu bia onim nipa bia din nso tumi to yare ma no abofra hyeyem onya boni bia but ikunu ma ne yeye nti bia wonam ho no awo sum nyame ne all power cell no sum nyame o utire mu fa no a wonju obi ho bone no ebia wo ankasa wo ye wo ho bone nti nipa no ho weakness bi e wo ho a otumi fa so e the cell spiritually pasa me obi tumi bompa etia obi ma ne ye adwuma bompa etia no ma ne ye adwuma so it tells you that there is spiritual distraction spirituality e wo ho and found how you are. Because the obe hu ne say me de menyu obi ho bone no enye no nti na obi ntumi nsa wo ebi kwa wo ne obi ada ama ne de bad luck bi account obi betumi afa
and na de na okay
so obi wafa obi
wafa no oba fa obi ma
be ma din baby ura oba baby
okay because say oni obi ada no e betumi acha
wafa obi
yeah
radio snesa nka be se bi
David de matati yeah men kansa
yeah ebi oni obi ada ekwa abeda ho tamfo no wadwum fan o but tamfo betumi afasa de no so dia sell nti enhu pa ana the fact that unji bibi ni nkyerese bibi ni ho ana the fact that unyi ade ni nkyerese ade en sell obi wo ha onkwa sorry but wo bompaye say onsom ebi a wo nyame no ba wo bompaye say onyame no emre na se ema na dwuma no say bia oye bibi against you ema ne mmem no onye onyame ni no eno ncha say God will not answer that prayer. I don't know if you get what I mean.
I get it.
The fact that I'm praying against an enemy who doesn't believe in my God doesn't mean say my God will not listen, will not answer that prayer just because nipa na obon pay ten konjimini dabi yenya nita sa na bosom tie.
Okay,
the fact that wonye bosum ni ncha se de kwa anto ani ma anto abeka se onyimini ntimi nyaw ebe nyaw intino. I don't want us to lose hold of the fact that things happen spiritually. Obia ne kwanya spiritually obon adwuma ho ban do ha otua tight e de bon adwuma ho ban do ha mfa ne tight ndi agro kra.
That's true.
Obi so ne bible asori ko mfa ni agro be ye boni bia but do so obon paya baza me wo ye mbehyew obi so ha o se me de me gidie ni e bia ye wo sunsum bu ye busuem ana bibi so they believe it. Whatever you believe, it works. That is why you believe it.
Okay.
And we shouldn't hold sight of the fact. Coming to Abranti Asemi, and I'm trying to link it. Say, it is possible. Say a beer. Sarkodie ewo greater power be. A beer or nyami beer or buano. Emma diobeye beer eso eni. A beer. I tell you, Sarkodie want to say obena nyame je unshira ni bi mano. Betumi wata but enyo bia na saade no ebetumi edi no obo ono so tumi edi nachi ana favor edi nachi ana divine power edi nachi no amma wo ho kwanpo ama wonye ne shine ana wonye ne star nti obia ni niti Sarkodie has featured people who have equally become successful. Sarkodie have featured people who are falling. Will we say that Sarkodie na mo falling ana? Sarkodie have featured people who are getting close to baby or war. We feature for once, twice, have featured already made artists who haven't fallen since. Inti ebiswa coincidentally oni obi mu ye adwuma bi ani sankofo no, we can also mention them so obi ati bi oni omo ye adwuma obo ntumi rise as expected. Just so omo ntumi rise you, but as expected say obi an Sarkodie
Drew say
omo enru ni nyina wo ho. But for all no adwuma na ye brasa me, if say otan I didn't say make say what's obi afrem obi afa baby obi ye. It's like anything that we do, we sometimes refuse to give glory to hard work. Because eduma basa me open my yesu mra no metro lyrics ma wanye duma den anfo ankasa wo energy ansemo emfa open my Jesus ankasa mra mbe sign no feature Moses emfa open my Gabriel mbo beat no ma emfa hard work
na Peter enye promotion
or ya majuda sama hype enko baby
you wrapping up go
so it no mama yan who say spirituality no e wo ho because wo ye weduma na wo bon ho modern no basa obi so ani brie o basa baby a wuti say me tie say minya opposition ya mepe
jai santi
o say
jai se hunu na ko
asana say mitaka ho it is obi wo hwe so wo je mitrim fine o grey o so ban mo o minya promotion na wunya o obi so number bia wo grade yo wo ye no nim say wo energy atu mu no de wo ye no oba wo be ha no it's ono so wo say menu medo but me call radio omo menu medo but madam free on post it because bibi akata since this word basami it is
I love the way they talk.
Yeah, basami because me minim de mahu.
Yeah. And he said until recently he didn't believe.
Yes. Because and to me maybe kwasa basa me nippon on drum ho nti so one yan kan say one born ho modern spiritually
one more who buying
spiritually because basa obu ha empire ko nim.
Yeah.
Kofi,
so the guy's message, substance,
there is
trash,
a lot
to be considered later.
There is a lot of substance in the guy's message.
Wow.
Maybe how he specifically made mention of certain names, you know. And maybe one can ye, but the case be ya talk one can who say Sarkodie ni asume sibia ye adwuma amwa mu it wo kono fa utiko dwene ho say spiritually no wo bompaye. You are believing that God will do, and sometimes first you have to, you see, Pastor, me spiritual protection, no, because me know Pastor me, you need be a draw kwa, you be ya, Pastor me ente ha, ma jeda, say biasa, obisi me fa Pastor me menyo,
anke ada.
You bet Jim and Abroso,
and me koda be to my sons betra like a day.
Pastor me ya jeda. Into no, so sometimes you have to put yourself away. Do certain things, get right with. But I read books. Bia. Sometimes no basami. Yanka sakwaya maya hu kwame nema. There are things about bad law, how to start your day, things to pray about, time, even time to pray.
I see. Thank you, Kofi Asamoah. So once again, Tilly said it should be considered later. Kofi Asamoah thinks there is a substance in there. Let's listen to what lawyer tells us on this particular message from the gentleman whose name is Yunusa. He's actually okay. The name I cannot use the name to say he's a Muslim. Oh yeah. Okay.
Start here now, Kasana. Na me enjoy conversation. But Kofi diana me slow ya se kakra. I say enemu kwa because. To be honest, say
David, yes,
to be honest, I was just thinking that live there.
Kofi, yeah, time.
Because me first time me call budget, me ticket, my reserve keke. Me so makra me busia for me na me bye me full plane na. E me ticket so where reservation flight no be too. That time me niska me first time na Brussels. Yeah, say me so my bye. Na ade me so metua me wisi am say dabi. Because she baby sumi na me say ready. Oh, how they do something. And sana me baba come say sorry there's an me one not started body. So one of the men there had to hold my hand and take me there. But me fan later na me buy no be home me now say okay say well, Kofi Amame who dream me. If indeed there are things in this world that are fighting us,
no. Kofi. Hey,
before them find the passport.
On
the tarmac.
What's he saying?
Me too.
This is serious.
Me call Istanbul. That's I mean, me Turkey. Me passport is bag. Me drew a security point. Me could give me passport. That's me drew a passport. Me who passport.
This is serious.
And my Saturday the flight landed there like 5 something in Ghana. Now Bobe 2 or say. That's why I say me friend home office. Me say my country is closed. I have to stay in the airport for 9 hours for Ghana to wake up. Then I can make calls. But my to me bag me who passport no. Me wa obina me who say lady big guitar and me power on say bulky kakra. So me hear lady inside and I say I walked to the lady and I said that is my passport. Also what is your name? Me bo me din. Me bisa so who passport no or say at the tarmac no so. How did my book get on the tarmac?
Goosebumps or
if you play in the form.
I have no idea. Bless me. Yes, at the plane no. Even when I couldn't find it, we had to go back into the.
And I be afraid every plane man now call bus na.
Bus na ebesi actually na no pay. Bless me. We searched. We went back into the plane. Mama cabin crew no search. Omo ehu. Na omo say me ankasa. Omo fam say me ankasa me full plane no. And kwa hwe bless me. I want to search the entire aircraft. Me hu. Tarmac, me yada ho. Baby a plane na fi papa na to.
Govi, I think say we'll take lesson. And asama akwa kan o say say when we say bibi on the end of the after show no. Ye be hu na eja baby akwa ko fade. Ye be fa obi pa because and I think on the gentleman asem na can. In fact, media can mass mamba be can say it is baseless. It didn't have trash. It is trash. Maybe I didn't believe but till it starts and sana me argument neighbor be so we dey hwini me just come hardware but Kofi started so kana me so be kakai then na me first there to me abroche na ehu sami to be honest Jamaican say what they are artists are on my feature Sarkodie in their early days confirm how much to be or too much money medical who is going to be artist of the year this year near the other I mean all of these things you know just but Sammy, we are maybe the end this year. No, so may a balance
to be considered.
To be considered because we are saying we are saying
okay, so lawyer also says to be considered later. Let's wrap up with Yao Gray. Yao, let's get your opinion on this.
Really, Bibi we are saying, and Kofi actually me but what the guy is saying, you know, most of the people are. Make us say, sack, I am Juma, you find say, you feel say they didn't get to where they have to get to. I'll say one thing Sarkodie is one of the hard-working artists I've come across. You know, I got my respect for him. And why Juma Dumpempen Subia, most artists nene kwaya njumu wia. I'm feel say just because Menesa Sarkodie aya njumu interest, I say njumu blow. It is so pushing njumu no. On some level, crampona, officer Sarkodie was no, and one and you are certified. Intimate me, I relax it. Baby problem, so no. And on that other side, say Bia or Jen Colano spirit in 5 years' time. I can tell you for a fact, say you see a bit backstage about front stage one. How we see Sarkodie, you know, flex and show us. Thinking I showbiz. Sarkodie still has places he wants to get to and he hasn't been. We shouldn't just sit back and just watch the wins he's got now and make it look like that's the limit or that's the yardstick. He's still got places he would love to go. How about that one? You get me? So me, Momudia, I'm not really with what this person is saying. I don't think there's any Sarkodie sitting back and deliberately trying to. Yeah, on a level, Sarkodie would love to, you know, associate himself with any new act that is coming. Sebi before Froba, to be relevant, you know, you also have to, you know, attach yourself to it. So about the business side, make us say point to be Sarkodie can, you know, also love to do that. Okay. I mean, Ginny says Sarkodie would love to do a song with somebody and with a mind say, Charlie, me pesa me can say me brain na kwaya say then I make a fire out talk no so. You get me? Sometimes you know we shouldn't make it look like you're too much of a thing. Yeah, our talk has come, but we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't really. We shouldn't just make it look say a sinti. Sabi nyankopon okwan ofa so makwase akura didi. Nti hu say o bi didi na ense say o didi a my money house didi because nyame wo kwan of asuma obia enya ne de. So me, I'm not really with it.
Thank you so much. Okay, yeah. Substance, trash, or to be considered later.
You find the trash.
Team Dodu Solomon, aka Chemo, doesn't agree with Kofi Asamoah. He says, Sammy, I thought Kofi Asamoah was going to say his passport was found in his mother's room. What is strange if your passport falls on the tarmac that you have passed? If you believe in spirituality, you can get spiritual angle to whatever happens to you. So Kofi Asamoah shown what you they talk. And no Chemo. Good morning, Champion Flex. Do you remember I tested a message talking about your fast way back on Showbiz Daily? There was an attack on you. And whilst intervening, I had to refer to the spirit, your service to the Lord way back to keep holy his activities. Was surprised because the person was just jealous of your voice, Keke. Kofi Asamoah is right. There are things under the sun. Hey, Kofi, radio is about me. My means I'm with him. I says, good morning, Champion Flex. Do you remember I tested a message talking about your fast way back on Showbiz Daily? And all the LOL count. I said there was an attack on you. And whilst intervening, I had to refer to the spirit, your service to the Lord way back to keep holy his activities. And I was surprised because the person was just jealous of your voice. Kofi Asamoah is right. There are things under this sun. Okay. Only pa kome dada si. Sticker. Only pa kuye mwano. Yenko yenim. More very black out mra. Wama me yemashimi.
We ask ne wono. Ntina make us say they would dibia no. Somu yi. Because timu fine on the aspect e bia rasam the man kan wonyi new say atai bia no. Humpo. But sometimes yeah ma me mpa ebokra no. And it is not taking away I had a member say the spirituality cover reality so. They say ya talk mo dey or mukin. Ya talk nyum saying why oba saying how who is doing who a favor when you are talking Sarkodie are together. He should be honored, privileged to have even a Sarkodie call him and say, bro, come, let's do music. But in that same kind of class, we shouldn't make it like Sarkodie pay BBF. Of course, Sarkodie is a commercial artist. And so when we say, oh, there's a budding artist, my fan base would love for me to do something with. A big one, a fan base, and I request you. And it doesn't mean anything. But what I'm saying is that it doesn't also take away the fact, say, BBO.
Thank you.